Hey everyone, it's baze.djunkiii transmitting from Hamburg, Germany, back with a new video. And well, as you've seen in the video title, I've joined the Patreon train and set up a Patreon page last night, and I want to shoot this little video to explain exactly why I chose to do this, because the main idea behind this is way bigger than the YouTube channel I run with like 196 subscribers. At the point I'm shooting this, at the very day I'm shooting this video, so let's get straight into this. As you watched my channel for like quite a while, I guess, you know that I've been like always a supporter of underground electronic music and like left field electronic music, both as a DJ, as a music writer, and like event promoter back in the days as a radio host since I left school back in 1997. And my basic device, my basic motto was always like music first, financial risk later. So whatever I've done, whenever I set up shows, whenever I released records of newcomers, whenever I decided to write for a certain magazine, it was always like my basic idea was to feature the music, to promote the stuff I love the most, to promote the underground stuff and not the mainstream stuff. And if I would lose money on a show, like on a concert I would set up, like when I brought maybe an indie band from China, from Shanghai to Hamburg, or when I released records by people that nobody knew around here, like at the time, it was always, okay, I did it for the love of the music and stuff. And I lost quite a bit of money on parties, on releases. I made quite a bit of money in the music industry like a while ago, like a pretty good while ago. And so it was always kind of balanced, and I'm still here, I'm still doing what I love, so and I will continue to do what I love no matter what, so it will always be, well, kind of on the edge. But what I want to do is, and especially for after the past years when I saw a big shift from like physical product to digital, and I saw a lot of artists losing their income because record sales went down and streaming doesn't pay and stuff, I've made up my mind a lot of times about how to create a musical artistic ecosystem for me, for a lot of artists I'm connected with, that is sustainable in the long run. And because sales and also like fees from like traveling as an underground DJ are not the most sustainable thing. So a lot of people I know are on the edge, and I want to change that for sure. And this is why I set up the Patreon thing, which will, of course, in the first place, support me and what I do on this channel, what I do as a music writer, as a label owner, and like as an artist in general. But the basic idea is to use that income that after reaching specific goals I've set, and I've written like big disclaimers last night on the tier level I created on Patreon, which I will use, which I plan to use to create exactly this kind of like financially, economically sustainable ecosystem for a bunch of artists I work with closely, and use the money to support art, to support music, to release records. And my main plan is, instead of like what a lot of people do with like shout outs on the channel, with like employing people or like whatever, is I want to give back. I want to give back to the to those who decide to become patrons on Patreon. So this tier level, which has like 5 tiers, starting from a basic support level at €5 a month or $5 a month, up to a like VIP ultra support thing for like $100 a month. So there will be steps in between. And what I decided is when people decide to give, when people decide to donate, I will start to produce stickers, send stuff out to people. I will start or like send back releases I've done in the past on my label, releases that are still available of mine from the past years. I will send them out to people who donate or like become patrons at like at the $30 tier, because well, if I send stuff out internationally, the postage alone will be like 16 to 19 euros. So to get this working on a sustainable level, there will be like or this will be starting from a €30 tier. Then we'll have like invitations to parties, like guest list possibilities. We will have the option to personalize records in terms of signing them or getting the artists to sign them and like send them over to you. And maybe if enough people come together and like donate at like the max level, I will also be able to do like very limited records and like a pressing of 50 copies, of 30 copies, last cut copies, limited last cut copies that will only go out to those top tier donors and stuff like this. And the basic idea is to use all this as a foundation to build more than just like a YouTube channel, but to build an ecosystem that works, a financial ecosystem that works for a lot of artists and enables me in the long run to maybe release more records by people that have no recognition worldwide, to promote those records, to maybe book people to Hamburg. So no matter what the financial risk is. So if, for example, I'm going to book like an electronic drone artist from Australia to Hamburg, there's no guarantee, no chance that anybody will show up. But if enough people will be donating in the long run, you can take the risk, rent out a small location maybe, and like print like a few thousand posters and get not only an artist over or from the States or from the UK or from wherever to play here, but also be able to pay them no matter how many people show up. And this can be used as a foundation for this. And of course, starting at a below 200 subscriber level is very optimistic, but I know that the people who watch my channel are like music enthusiasts, and I hope to create a movement that is sustainable and a movement that is like feasible for everyone involved. So if you want to become a patron on Patreon, there will be a info card popping up somewhere here, I guess, and the link will be down in the description box as well. And there is a lot of explanations on the tier system, how this will work. So in the first place, if we're building up, I will send out stickers when I get to like 10, I guess I said 10 level 2 tier 2 subscribers. I will start to produce like monthly sticker editions, which I will send out. If we get to like, I don't know, I don't have the levels in my head right now, but if we get to like let's say 50 people who decide to get in on like a $30 €30 tier level, if we get 50 people in, I will be able to produce like a 7-inch like every 2 months or so, which I can also send out to people. If we go a little higher, they will be, those 7 inches will be signed, they will be personalized. You will get invitations to parties, as I said, and maybe artists from wherever can also sign this stuff. And if we go into the top donation level, we can create even more stuff. And the more people are involved and the more people decide to become donors, the more stuff will be getting back to you as well. So I hope to start like a exchange of like goods and releases and like be a curator for good electronic music, for underground stuff that will never see the day of light, because not many people or labels are willing to take the risk to release this stuff, and also are able to take the risk, or to take the risk to invest money up front, because money is a big problem in the music industry right now, because nobody earns anything. So I want to change this, and I want you, if you can, if you like, if you love my channel, if you love my content, and if you love the whole picture of what I've laid out here, if you can, feel free to become involved, to become my first Patreon maybe. Page is online at patreon.com/baze.junkiii. Info cards will be somewhere up there and link down in the description box as well. So this is my message for today. I'm on Patreon now. I will also be on other platforms, not with the tier level, but with other ideas. So I want to change the music industry, and if you can, please feel free to help me. That's it for now. I'm going to go into editing, and I'm going to see you on the next one. See you later.